like to know how seriously the European Union takes the environmental lobby. The reason I'm asking that is because Ireland, Inc. does not take this as seriously as I believe they should. Vested interests will always get going to international fora to have their say, whether it be the farming, transport, business lobby. They always get a seat. Now, to be honest, I don't think the environmental lobby is being taken nearly seriously as it ought to be. There's huge expertise in the environmental lobby. Some very balanced people who can put forward very good cases of why change is needed and give very valid follow-on examples of what can come out of it constructively. So, to be honest, the Irish government is not taking the environmental sector seriously. And I'd like to know, are you guys taking the environmental sector?
I won't comment on whether or not the Irish government is taking the environmental lobby seriously, but I think, as we heard before, I think Europe has been a very good friend for many, many years of the environmental lobby and the NGOs. Not all the time. There are vested interests that come in from many sectors. We saw the chemical industry at REACH. You mentioned the farmers, a very powerful lobby. But I think that Europe's record in terms of dealing with environmental NGOs, listening to them, taking on board its concerns and building that into the consultation process, into the legislation. I worked in the Parliament for 9 years in Brussels, and it was a time when the Parliament was fighting to get co-decision on environmental legislation. And the Parliament turned time and time again to the environmental NGOs to help bolster the Parliament's case, particularly when it came to amend legislation. The Parliament got the power to amend legislation. Where did it turn to those amendments? Okay, the Agriculture Committee would turn to the farmers, but the Environment Committee turned time and time again to the environment NGOs. So I think Europe is a friend in that court. Doesn't always get it right, but with any piece of legislation that comes out of Brussels, you know, it then depends on the implementation, and the implementation then falls to national governments and local authorities, and then I can see that perhaps where your concerns are coming into play.